I know in the ring questions, you said immediately that you were thinking about going to 154. You weren't sure about the pop. Can you talk about that a little more? Was it just the punching power? Was it you making weight? Can you talk about just the idea of moving to 54?
I about to say I felt good, but like I said, I'm getting older. I'm 27, I'll be 28 next year, so I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna talk to the team and see what we're gonna do. I about to say I made weight easy. I was comfortable. But we'll see.
Boots is moving up. I mean, that's, unfortunately after the Stanionis fight, he had his, team around him, the doctors, the tests, and what they're basically saying is Boots is underperforming to his capabilities. You saw him on fight week. Like, it doesn't take a genius to see that it's hard work, right? And the amazing thing is he did that to Stanionis at 50% of his physical capabilities. And what he's saying is, and his team are saying, sooner or later, I'm not saying you're going to get a Keyshawn moment, but you could either underperform in the ring, have a nightmare weight cut, and it's just going to catch up with you. So it wasn't necessary. I loved the T.O. fight, and so did Boots. But it was like, can I perform to the best of my abilities at 147? And the answer is, I can probably perform good enough to win, but not to the best of my abilities. So when you see Keyshawn, Boots at 154, you will see what I'm talking about. So it's very likely that those belts will become vacated. We're going to meet this week and make a final decision. But yeah, it's time to move to 54, and he's been unified at 47. Now it's time to try and become a two-division world champion.
Gotcha. So moving forward, I mean, I don't know if, you would know better than me, obviously, if Boots is in a position to fight in the near future. There's been talk.
Yeah, August. I mean, they said to us, would you fight Vergil Ortiz in August? And we said yes. And then they come back and said Vergil wasn't ready for August. I said, look, we're happy. That's a brilliant fight, one of the best in the sport. And Vergil's a great fighter. And we're talking to DAZN at the moment. I think Boots will fight around August time, early September. And then we'll make the Vergil Ortiz fight now. I mean, I think it's a brilliant fight at 54. We want to be involved in all the biggest fights. Obviously, he wants to win a world title. And there's a good chance that Vergil may end up getting that championship. So yeah, all in for all the big fights with a real physically 100% Boots Ennis, which is a frightening proposition given the performance he gave against Stanionis.
Great experience. I made history at fighting in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center. I think it was like 15,000. The first to do that. Came back, did it again. I think I did like 10 or 11 or something like that. And then now we fighting here at this iconic arena at the Boardwalk. It's everything falling in line. It's perfect timing.
And what would you like to do next?
Like I said, I'm gonna sit back and talk to the team. I'm gonna enjoy this win, enjoy this victory, and we'll see.
Yes.
What would you like for your champ next?
I think Jaron's already showed us as a team that he's about legacy and he's about fighting and beating the champions. I think the greatest achievement for any fighter is to become undisputed. And, I don't know the ins and outs of how Boots felt at the weight, but certainly at the weigh-in he looked extremely comfortable. And that was always part of the chat was after the Chidazian fight, is it time to move up? And I would have felt really like we hadn't done our job if he moved up without unifying the division. And I think enough people don't really talk about the fact that people say, he's never beaten a champion before. He was the interim IBF world champion, and Errol Spence vacated the belt rather than fight Jaron Ennis. So that's why they elevated him to IBF champion. And, I said to him in the change room tonight, damn. He said, why? I said, because after the Chidazian fight, people actually wanted to fight you. Now we're going to go back to no one wanting to fight you. And I hope that the other champions have ambition.